What is going on, guys? It has been a while, and I hope you guys are ready for a surprise build here. One that I was not expecting to do. Also, sorry if I sound a little weird. My allergies are killing me, and my sinuses are all plugged up, so I sound funny. But man, this looks like we have a bunch of PC parts, eh? Well, that's because we do. And for what should have been done in one night, ended up being much more of a hassle. For reasons I'll get into later. But this is kind of a surprise build, one that I was not expecting, but we always love to do builds here. And this one's gonna be beautiful. This is specifically for a friend who, just trying to help him out, you know? Just trying to help him get through this build, get him a PC so he can get in some games, maybe get him on some Helldivers sooner or later, who knows? But without further ado, I'm gonna start getting into it because we have a bunch of crap everywhere. This is all old stuff, so this won't be going into the new build. But we do have plans for this later on, which we might get into. Probably in the next video, but we might get into that. Let's go ahead and get started with this build here. So with this case, the reason why it looks so weird and Frankenstein-y is because this was actually the old case that we were gonna just reuse because, you know, why not? It still looks fine. Has tempered glass, but one thing that we come to realize is that it is so small that, for one, I couldn't even fit the radiator on top like I had wanted to. Which was fine. We were going to end up throwing it on the front, and we were going to see if we could even fit maybe the cover over the fan with the radiator, but that wasn't going to work. And then we were just going to actually end up putting the fans on the inside, which would have been fine, but lo and behold, once we got to this big boy, it's not going to fit. And so what should have been one easy night turned into a 2-day shipping from Amazon sort of thing. So, but I'm sure this is going to end up looking way nicer because we got this beauty. And this thing is a gem. And so since it wouldn't fit into this, all the stores were closed, and a lot of the stores around here in Washington simply don't have cases for sale. So we ended up having to just find one that'll work off of Amazon, and 2 days later, we got this new bad boy, which I think he'll be much more happier with. This would have been fine, but it would have been really packed, and honestly, this isn't up to spec. It's, you know, doesn't have all the USB devices and all the space. And if you're going to be repping a 4070 Super, you're going to want a big, nice, chunky boy case to let it breathe. And so with this one, it's a little different than normal, but man, you're going to be able to see everything so nicely, especially with the front tempered glass and the side. And it's just a new case, and it's just going to look so much better for him. So without further ado, I'm just going to start getting into this build because I'm trying to get this done in one night for him so he can get on this. He was supposed to be on this 2 days ago during the weekend for Easter, but it ended up taking longer, so we're going to try and just bust through this in one night, and I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to start building. So I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, and we'll see how this thing looks. Alright, thanks for sitting through that whole time lapse. It is all complete, and man oh man, this thing looks beautiful. I don't have all the side panels on quite yet because I want to make sure it boots first. And then we might save downloading Windows for tomorrow. We'll see how much time we have left tonight, but this thing is looking so damn good. Alright. Moment of truth. I don't see any lights showing up quite yet, but what do you say we just yell and hit the power button? Holy wow. Damn, this case looks amazing. Yeah, if you're going for some sort of white or like Stormtrooper style build, this is the case to get, man. This case is so sick. One thing to note though is all the fans are 120 mil, but I did try to put 2 fans in these slots, but these are 140 mil. So if he's going to want to get 2 fans here, he'll have to get a bigger size. I'm surprised they didn't just add both size holes so you can add whatever size you want fan here, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not completely necessary, but it would have been nice to have some more air going onto the graphics card. But I think, I mean, you can even feel the airflow right now. Having all these intakes and 3 exhausts, this is going to be plenty. But man, this looks so damn good. Well, that booted up perfectly first try. Let's go ahead and get these panels back on. And then if we don't do it tonight, tomorrow we'll try and make sure this thing posts. We'll get Windows 11 updated on it. And he's going to be ready to roll, man. This is awesome. I set it in here overnight just so that as soon as I came in today, I could get it set up on my desk and get it all plugged in, get Windows 11 downloaded, get all the drivers downloaded so that's just ready for him to go as soon as he plugs it in. So without further ado, I'm going to start getting all my stuff unplugged so I can get it in one of these monitors here and get this all set up. I also forgot that I didn't make a video on my wall-mounted PC. More to come on this. I'll explain a little bit of what I did here, but I still have more mods that I want to get done with this. I want to swap out all these fans for RGB ones, and I also do want to get some strips behind it, because right now it's just so plain. I did add some of the Funko Pops, the stands that I put into the SSD slots, but this turned out really great too. I wish I would have made a video, but I was just in such a hurry to get it done with. But maybe another time. We'll do some more modifications to this sooner or later. Man, what a chunky boy. But man, even from the backside angle of this thing, man, it looks so sick. All right, and we have posted successfully. Let's go, boys. So it looks like it is reading everything. We got our 1TB WD Black SSD M.2. We got all 32 gigs of RAM, not set at the right speed, so we'll have to set XMP and get that up to speed. We got our Ryzen 7 5700X 8 core, and everything is looking good so far. Let's go ahead and get into setup and get that XMP all set. All right, we got our flash drive in there with Windows 11 on there. Let's go ahead and exit out of this and see if we can get into some bootage. All right, and we are into Windows 11. Sweet deal. Go ahead and get that installed. It was already reading our NVMe M.2, so I'm not too worried about that. I do need to buy a key, so I'll have to do that off camera, and then I'll get the key in there and I'll put that in. Actually, I would prefer to do it now. So let me go and buy that key really quick. All right, and if you guys didn't know, if you just go to some websites do it, I know Kingwin does it, but CD Offer Keys has a bitwit code for like 20%, so I just always use that. And Windows 11 Pro is only like $23 after taxes and everything. So I usually just go that route, 23 bucks, and you have Windows 11 on your PC. It's super easy, super simple. And every time I've used their keys, they've always worked. They email you almost instantly with your code. So it works out great, and that's just an easy way to get Windows. All right, guys, and we have officially gotten Windows 11 on here. It is just down to the questions where it's asking about personal information and what you want to name the PC, and I'm gonna go and let him do that. And with that, I would say this PC is done and ready to rip. All he has to do is get into Windows, set up all of his preferences, download some of the drivers, especially NVIDIA, and just get those up to date, and he's ready to rip, man. This PC turned out great. I'm gonna go ahead and move back into the garage and maybe take a couple B-roll shots for you guys. So without further ado, I will catch you guys later.